Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Former Steelers LB Devin Bush Jr. arrested. Former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Devin Bush Jr. was arrested earlier today in Allegheny County with charges of simple assault and harassment, per a court document shared by KDKA's Colin Dunlap on X. Bush was the Steelers' first-round pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, moving up from number 20 to number 10 in a trade with the Denver Broncos to draft him. While he had a promising rookie season that earned him Defensive Rookie of the Year consideration, a knee injury set him back early on in his career. Multiple seasons of trying to recapture his promising rookie season form failed. By the end of the 2022 season, he had been benched by the Steelers in favor of Robert Spillane and Mark Robinson. The Steelers ultimately declined his fifth-year option and Bush ended up signing with the Seattle Seahawks on a one-year deal in 2023. The Bush experiments at the inside linebacker position back a few years in Pittsburgh and they just finally found solutions with Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Cole Holcomb and others in recent seasons. The Steelers also shipped off their second-round pick in 2019 as well as a 2020 third-round pick for Bush, so it really limited their draft value over the next couple years as well. Most recently, Bush was a member of the Cleveland Browns on a one-year deal in 2024. He started 10 games for the Browns and logged 76 total tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 3 passes defensed, 1 quarterback hit and a sack. The Browns extended him on another one-year deal worth $3.25 million with $2.97 million guaranteed, per over the cap. He was likely to play in a rotational role this season, but the Browns did draft LB Carson Schizinger in the second round of the 2025 NFL Draft. In a crowded linebacker room, we will see what ramifications this legal issue could potentially have for Bush sticking on the Browns roster. There are no further details available about the incident at this time. This is likely to be a developing story. First call, Mason Rudolph calls Pittsburgh a sports town like no other, ex-Steelers LB arrested. Mason Rudolph steps out as a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers once again. A former Steelers linebacker is facing charges in Allegheny County. The Pirates hit the road to face a division rival. And the Pitt Panthers football team gets some bad luck in the transfer portal. All that in Monday's First Call. Marathon man Mason Rudolph is talking about what it's like to be back in Pittsburgh. The recently reacquired Steelers quarterback was on the North Shore on Sunday in support of the Pittsburgh Kids Marathon. Being back in the city of Pittsburgh, it's a sports town like no other, Rudolph told WTAE. Anytime we get to repay that, it's always a fun opportunity. The 2023 regular season hero signed a free agent contract to come back to Pittsburgh after spending last year with the Tennessee Titans. As of now, he is the number 1 QB on the depth chart and will likely stay that way until or unless Aaron Rodgers signs his long-awaited contract. Steelers defensive back Beanie Bishop was on hand with Rudolph as well. Bishop will be battling Brandon Eccles for the top spot on the depth chart at slot corner. Former Steeler arrested as reported by KDKA Radio's Colin Dunlap, former Steeler Devin Bush was arrested by Bell Acres Police Sunday. He's facing charges of simple assault and harassment. No further details about the nature of the complaint were advanced. The simple assault charge is listed as a misdemeanor. The harassment charge is a summary offense. Bush is currently a member of the Cleveland Browns. He last played with the Steelers in 2022 before joining the Seattle Seahawks. The 26-year-old re-signed with the Browns on a one-year, $3.25 million contract this offseason. In 2019, Bush was the Steelers' first-round pick. The club moved up 10 spots in a trade with the Denver Broncos to draft him. The Pitt football team lost 1 player and 1 target in the transfer portal over the weekend. According to On3 Sports, tight end Jake Renda is leaving the Panthers for UCLA. Renda caught 2 passes in 2023 for 14 yards. He was primarily used as a reserve and on special teams. The Princeton, New Jersey, native has 2 years of eligibility remaining. He joined Pitt's program as a member of the 2021 class out of IMG Academy. Also, as noted at Pittsburgh Sports Now, the Panthers were unable to land Ohio transfer Bralon Henderson. The Central Catholic graduate announced on social media that he'll be transferring to Missouri instead. Henderson has a year left of eligibility. He is a 6'2", 280-pound defensive lineman who reportedly had offers out of the portal from at least a dozen other schools. As the Bobcats won the MAC, Henderson played in 14 games and recorded 26 tackles, 14 solo, 2 for loss and a sack. Calling on the Cards in the wake of a sweep at the hands of the San Diego Padres this weekend, the Pirates hit the road for 3 games in St. Louis. These are the 2 worst teams in the National League Central. The Pirates are in last place at 12-23, 4 games behind the 4th-place Cardinals. The Cards are at least good at home. They are 12-6 so far at Busch Stadium, and they just swept the National League East leading New York Mets in a doubleheader on Sunday. Wilson Contreras had 3 hits, including a homer in the first game as the Cardinals won 6-5. Victor Scott III was the hero of Game 2. He got the game-winning RBI in the 6th to make it 5-4 St. Louis. He also robbed Juan Soto of a potential homer. Third baseman Nolan Arenado showed off some defense too. Steelers hit with brutal reality check amid wait for Aaron Rodgers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing a challenging offseason as they navigate uncertainty surrounding their quarterback position. With the team in a holding pattern regarding Aaron Rodgers, concerns are mounting about their ability to compete effectively in the AFC North. After a disappointing end to the previous season, Pittsburgh hoped to make significant changes. However, the decision to retain both offensive and defensive coordinators has left many fans questioning the team's direction. The prospect of relying on Mason Rudolph, combined with the potential signing of an aging quarterback like Rodgers, has created a sense of unease. Pittsburgh's off-season moves have not generated the excitement they anticipated. Although they signed veteran cornerback Darius Slay, this addition seems overshadowed by their quarterback dilemma. With Rudolph as the current frontrunner, there is little confidence in his ability to lead a team with high expectations. Compounding their struggles, Pittsburgh has watched as division rivals like the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals solidified their rosters. Both teams have retained key players and made strategic acquisitions that enhance their competitiveness. Pittsburgh may end up in a much more worse place if the NFL team continues holding out for Rodgers. According to Bleacher Report's Mo Moton, they have now ended up as the biggest loser in the AFC North because of this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the Aaron Rodgers waiting game, a risky gamble with Mason Rudolph as the front-runner for the starting quarterback position. While on the Pat McAfee show, Rodgers said there's no deadline on whether he plans to play or retire. If Rodgers walks away from the game, Pittsburgh can turn its attention to Atlanta Falcons backup signal caller Kirk Cousins, who's looking for a starting job. If Rodgers signs with the Steelers, he's a 41-year-old quarterback who has posted his worst QBR and passer rating in his last 2 full years as a starter with the Green Bay Packers and New York Jets. As the offseason progresses, Pittsburgh must urgently reassess its quarterback strategy. Without a clear plan, they risk falling further behind their competitors, potentially jeopardizing the future of both the coaching staff and the team's overall success. Pittsburgh is grappling with a brutal reality check as they await a decision from Rodgers. If they fail to secure a franchise quarterback, their ambitions for the upcoming season may slip further out of reach. And you, fan? What do you think about Aaron Rodgers' situation? Write to us in the comments.